Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Draconum Blade. And Draconum Blade has a follow-up question to an earlier vlog, and his question is this. In that earlier vlog, which had to do with the idea of using conscious expectations to shape one's afterlife, I made the comment that there is more than one kind of warrior. And Draconum Blade would like to know what I mean by that. And my answer to this is that a warrior is one who protects and defends his or her community, whether that community is his or her family, his or her village, his or her city, his or her nation, his or her religion, etc. Whatever the community is, a warrior is someone who protects and defends it. And this can be done certainly under the historical model, which is by force of arms or by magic, by combat, in other words. But there are other ways to do this also. One can protect and defend through words, one can protect and defend through persuasion and diplomacy, one can protect and defend through humor, and one can protect and defend through art and all kinds of other things. It isn't the way that you do it, but rather what you are doing. And force of arms is only one of many, many different ways to be a warrior. And it is certainly entirely possible to be a warrior for peace. And those of you who follow the different things that I do will know that I'm very much involved in the spiritual war for peace, which is all about prayer warriors putting forth energies of love and peace to combat energies of hatred and violence. So there are a lot of different ways to be a warrior. By no means are all of them physical, by no means are all of them violent, but they do all have to do with protection and defense. Now, sometimes the definition will be stretched a long way, and there are people who call themselves warriors who are all about destruction. And that, of course, is another matter, and isn't really within the realm of what I'm describing. What I'm describing is about protection and defense, and in that sense, it's a wonderful thing to be a warrior. It's a wonderful thing to be the person, or a person who defends your family, defends your community, defends your people. And all people really need people who are going to help to defend them, who are going to help to protect them, and who are going to help to advance them. So, there are many different ways to be a warrior doing these things. And in the modern world, doing so through persuasion and diplomacy is one of the most important ways of doing it. Doing it through words and writing and artwork are also very important ways of doing it. But it still comes down to protecting and defending. So, when we talk about someone going to Valhalla because they were a warrior, I don't really see that in a modern context that has anything necessarily to do with force of arms. There are many other ways to be a warrior for your community. And I would certainly say that those who do defend their communities through force of arms are highly deserving of respect, and certainly deserving of Valhalla if that is their path. But it's not the only way to protect and defend your people. So, that's what I mean when I say there's more than one kind of warrior. And I personally believe that the warriors of our community can be very, very important and very, very positive as an aspect of the community. And without them, the community is largely defenseless. And for better or worse, we are in a world where protection and defense can be very important. So, all those people who are warriors for peace, all those people who are warriors for equality, all those people who are warriors for progress, I commend you. And this is certainly every bit as glorious, every bit as wonderful, every bit as good as any other kind of defense, any other kind of protection, any other kind of advancement that people have ever undertaken. And so, this would be what I mean when I say that there are many different kinds of warriors. And I definitely do not see it as a negative term. Can it become negative? Can it be used in a negative way? Yes. Is it inherently negative? No. And it is certainly possible for one to be a warrior for peace, a warrior for equality, a warrior for justice, a warrior for the earth. And this is every bit as deserving of praise, every bit as deserving of Valhalla, for want of a better way to put it, as any other kind of warrior has ever been, and certainly just as important or more important for the future of the world. So, if you are pursuing a path of protection and defense of your people, I commend you, and I certainly hope that you reach whatever your Valhalla is. And those would be my thoughts on the matter. I hope you find them helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for stability. Pray for the nation where you live. Pray for the world. Reverend Don, super omnibus of incantations and invocations for all occasions. Marianne Kay and I created this massive compendium of magic and artwork for you to use in any way that you would like. There are literally hundreds of spells and hundreds of illustrations, which can be mixed and matched and used in many different ways. Check it out now at witchghoulstore.com.